Went to Bestival last week.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Some of it was a bit weird.
What the fuck is going on here?
My friends told me to fuck off a lot.
Oh, fuck off!
But to be honest, even the camp was quite lit.
Fuck you diving from me, don't look to save you from me. Fuck you
Oi!
But with all that being said, let's talk about the acts. So let's start off with some of the warm-up acts. I mean, it wasn't anyone special, it was only bloody rudimental. And for all you real grime people out there, Big Nasty's set actually popped. I mean, all he says is gas and hello hi for the whole thing, but it was still sick. I think at one point there were some flying devils and angels that were raving to some techno house. I even have no shame to say that I saw Charlie XCX, and she is fit, for one. She did flash her boobs at one point, but unfortunately there was a bra in the way. But she was actually really good. And honestly, if you've never heard of Jurassic 5, especially if you're into hip-hop, these guys, I'd never heard of them. Me and my friend are both quite into that sort of old school hip-hop, and we were just standing by the main stage, and these guys just came on and started doing their set, and they were so sick. This one guy came out with like a DJ like scratch like deck thing, but like built into a guitar. I'll show you. And they just drop some like general like old school hip hop bangers that you probably have heard, but you just don't know it's them, like this. But anyway, that was the Friday. So Saturday was when the real stuff started actually popping off. Let's start with Annie Mac, where I did manage to get on my friend's shoulders, and she dropped some absolute bangers. And I mean, it's Annie Mac; she's always going to be sick. And then we come to the Chemical Brothers. Now, the Chemical Brothers, if you suffer from hallucinations or get easily weirded out by stuff, I do not recommend going to see Chemical Brothers live at night time for an hour and a half. They are so trippy, but they have some absolute bangers, and their set was so sick. Again, it's like songs that you don't really know that you know, and then you're like, oh shit, that's Chemical Brothers. So first they dropped this banger.
Oh my God, what have I done? All I wanted was a little fun. Gonna bring that bubblegum. Blowing up my titty.
It's one of my favourites. And then also they dropped this. are just like so trippy, especially when you're like right there as well. They were fucking weirding me out so much. And of course, this absolute banger. And then after Chemical Brothers, we went to a smaller stage to see Stormzy. For all my grime guys out there, we went to see Stormzy. If you've seen my wireless vlog, which some of you might have, then you'll know that I've already seen Stormzy. And to be honest, I was pretty like knackered by the time that Stormzy came on at Bestival, but we still had some good times.
See man driving a German whip, like our window leaning back. See man driving a German whip, look like a hold up these and that.
And now we move on to Sunday, which was for me the ultimate day. The whole weekend I counted down to it, and the first act of the day was Boy Better Know. I literally pretty much bought my Bestival ticket because I knew that Boy Better Know were there. And I do just want to apologise quickly before I play these clips of the sound quality. We were quite near the front and it was the main stage, so the bass was like really, really intense. So it kind of ruins the sound a little bit. But if I put the names of the songs, you can just kind of like bop along, you know. They were there last year as well, but this time they were on the main stage. Unfortunately, when we got there, we realised they were in the daytime, which is a bit less atmospheric. And at first, you could kind of tell that the energy wasn't as it should be for a Boy Better Know performance. I was still loving it though. But then somewhere in the middle to the end of the set, Skepta, well, Maximum I should say, the DJ of Boy Better Know, drops whoop whoop. That's the sound of the poly. And I'm not sure what this cunt's talking about, but of course it wasn't actually that song that I just started singing. It was of course the other police related song, which is It's Not Safe on the Block, Not Even for the Cops. But yeah, anyway, you get the point. And that's when you knew it was about to get lit. And then before we knew it, Man Don't Care dropped.
I don't care about all that. 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 Cause man don't care about all that.
And that was just absolutely mad. Like I literally, like, JME from Boy Better Know is literally like, he's my idol in life. He just is. Like, everything the man has ever said, I pretty much agree with. Like, I do just idolise it. I just love the guy. So every time that he came out on stage, I was trying to like aim my camera at him. I don't even know. I just do love JME. And then after Man Don't Care, Skepta proceeded to finish the set with Shutdown, and he just shut down Bestival basically. It was unreal. I couldn't film it. It was too mad. And I gotta say, before I went to Bestival, I was a little bit worried. Having been to Creamfields and V Festival and stuff like that before, I thought that the food was all gonna be like burgers and hot dogs and that kind of shit. But honestly, there were a lot of like sick, like vegan, vegetarian kind of places there, and it was well good. But anyway, I had gone to a shop before and brought loads of food with me anyway. And one of those items of food was a pack of digestives, chocolate digestives. So I had a genius idea of taking the digestives to Boy Better Know, and if anyone knows the line in Man Don't Care where Giggs says, digestives, cinnamon tea, I thought it would be a good idea to throw the digestives, there were only a few left at this point, just so it had enough weight to get it on stage. Onto the stage, obviously. And, yeah, I don't even know what I was trying to achieve. I just thought maybe, like, one of them would think, what have they thrown? Pick it up and be like, oh, digestives, rah. Good to shout, Jamie. But, basically, I didn't think I had enough power in my right arm. And one of my friends, Ollie, is quite, like, built. So I said, Ollie, if you can throw these biscuits and get them on stage, I'll just rate you so much. So he took the biscuits and he launched them, and they didn't quite make the stage, but Shorty's a guy in BBK, and he's quite short, that's how you recognise him. He literally, like, saw the biscuits flying towards him, and you saw him, like, flinch, and it was just so, like, funny to, like, think that my little fault that popped up in my tent of just taking digestives just made him, like, do that. I don't know. Maybe it's nothing, but just to me it was just really funny. Anyway, after that, we went on to see the Jacksons, like the actual Jacksons, as in Michael Jackson, although obviously Michael Jackson's dead, so he couldn't make the appearance, unfortunately. But it was his four brothers, I think it's Jermaine, and all the other guys, I can't remember their names, but they were absolutely, I didn't really expect it, but they were absolutely sick. Check this. The atmosphere was just mad, like it was getting dark, everyone like knew the songs, so everyone was just like proper dancing, getting their like boogie on. It was just so sick. And then after that, the closing for me of the entire festival was Skepta's set. Now I gotta admit, I was a little bit disappointed because I thought he was gonna bring JME out and do like a few songs of his brother and that, and he did end up doing Man Don't Care, but JME was doing his own thing or whatever, and he'd gone home, and it was just Skepta, and he brought out I think Shorty and Frisco, I think, and I think Maximum was there, so it was kind of just like seeing Boy Better Know's set again, but without JME. But because it was night time, it was still sick. We were a bit further back, but here's the Skepta highlights.
That's right. Cause when your bars are hard like mine, sometimes when the ones say they're part, facts in the matter is what what's wrong with part. Your bars sound like it's smoking the bar. Before you end up on the sex offender list when I come for the devil in the star. Walk off and serve on mine. Fools are catching my music. All of us out never when you want to serve on mine. Like a TV, you want to turn on mine. Talk about music. Feel my toes and keep it all over the globe. Because everybody will know. Pass it for me like the Wi-Fi code. Set side, one side, side, one side, side, on the high, one side, on my way. You in the stadium, house and stuff. What's your with a play on what we say? Sound of the club. If you can't feel it, you can't see it. When I take over, it's a picture. If you don't bring turn it, you can't speak it. That's the sound up for the weekend. Wanna try to know we come for the weekend. Okay, please, you can speak it. I was up road, it was up road, but nobody took me. We need some more girls in there. We need some more girls in there. We need some more girls in there. There's too many man, 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 too many man. Yo!
I'll bury my teeth in shallow, ain't got time to make 6 feet deep. These are the seasons, rappers wanna chat about their similes, and their holies and their similes, and all that shit that I come through my ABC. Girls in London like Cherry's deep, better pictures when I see on street posts, rude white like Jersey City. All you man are holding me, I'm about you, what about all MC? Say my name, Nostradamus, still see me, Expelliarmus, still saw me. Out to the mountain with the heat in the heat, busting up mic and jacking his creep. Musical shit ain't it, and we'll always remain in the streets. Man don't care about all that. Man don't care about all that. Man don't care about all that.
But yeah, Bestival was pretty sick. I'd go again.